Let's take a closer look at the ID selector and the class selector. So we've seen these both in our HTML documents before, that we use them to differentiate between one element and another element. So this isn't the intent of the book, but let's look at this. We have an H1 at the top with an ID equals quote title quote. So we are differentiating this H1 from other H1s in that we are giving it an ID equals title. So if we ever want to change all H1s inside of a CSS, we would simply say H1 as our selector. But if we only want to change this H1, then we can use, for example, that word title. We can use these selectors inside of our CSS file. So the hashtag title is the same as ID equals title. So ID equals title is the HTML part. Hashtag or # title is the CSS part. H1 hashtag title differentiates it a little bit in that the title ID has to be inside of an H1. So you'll see both of those examples throughout the textbook. Let's take a look at this H1 down here a little bit. We have H1 class equals intro. So we have two different types of selectors here. We got ID and we have class. Those are two different ways to differentiate individual elements. So we still have an H1, but this particular one is part of a class equals quote intro. So if we want to give that some CSS in our CSS file, we use not the hashtag, we will use a period. So this gives us an example here. This is the basic pattern of our element, which would be H1, period. Our class name in this case is intro. We can see that in the example down here. If we want to change the text color of any H1 that has the class intro. So for example, that would change these words. I can't highlight them because it's a picture, but try these words right here. It would change those to be blue, but it would not change this top one to be blue because it is not in the class intro. Let's look at some more examples. Oh, let's look at, I gotta scroll down here first, sorry. So in this example, we want H1s to have these properties. I believe once again that's an orange color. So we want H1s that are inside of an article, because the space, see we got article space H1, so the H1 element has to be within an article, but not just any article, so not all of the articles on the page. We only want it to change H1s if they are in an article with the ID, which is the hashtag, and about _ TSS. So if we want to connect that to HTML, we would go to our HTML file, like over here. We would find an H1, and we would check to see, is this H1 inside of an article that has an ID about TSS? And it does. Line 54 is an article with an ID about _ TSS. So this particular one, line 55, would have the white text color with an orangish background on our page. Taking a look at this second one, article hashtag about underscore TSS H2. So let's find an H2. Here's an H2. And we want to ask ourselves, is this H2 inside of an article? Yes, it is. It is also inside of the article that starts in 54 because it doesn't end until way down the page. And this article has the ID about TSS. So these properties, color white and background color, the light orange, will affect the word classes. And it'll also affect the words our philosophy. All right, so here's your quiz. The word comments down here in line 94. Based on the CSS here on the right, would the word comments have these properties from just this line, article hashtag about underscore TSS H1? The answer for the word comments, H1, is no. It is inside of an H1, but it is not within the article with the ID about TSS because that article ends on line 91. So comments would not get these properties from these lines.